The film opens by depicting a mysterious army's ruthless massacre of a clan. The clan was known to possess a secret copper map, which was believed to reveal the location of a highly coveted treasure. Many people were seeking the treasure and therefore wanted to seize the map. After the massacre, the only surviving member of the clan, a young boy named Jun Yuan, was rescued by a group of assassins from the Valley of Ghosts. The assassins took him in, and he was raised and trained by a master assassin to become a formidable 12th-generation assassin. Several years later, when Jun Yuan had grown up, a group of foreign troops suddenly attacked the assassins in the Valley of Ghosts. While protecting the Valley of Ghosts from the attack, he lost one of his arms and his girlfriend, whom he loved so much. After the chaos was resolved, the leader of the assassin squad, nicknamed the Golden Mask, gave Jun Yuan an iron arm called Blue Assura. The Blue Assura arm is equipped with several deadly weapons that can be used to kill enemies in an instant. From then on, he turned into an invincible assassin and earned the nickname of the Blue Assura. The scene shifts to the imperial territory in East Mulberry, where the royal ministers gather before Emperor Chai Sheng to discuss the copper treasure map that a governor in the border region has managed to find. Emperor Chai Sheng's younger brother, Prince Rui, advised the emperor to attack the governor's territory and seize the copper map. However, a general who led the royal army named Zhao Chang rejected the plan and suggested that they use a diplomatic strategy. He heard that the border governor was so greedy and corrupt that he planned to bribe the governor to get the copper map. He asked Emperor Chai Sheng for permission to be allowed to go to the border as a royal envoy. Soon after, Emperor Chai Sheng agreed to this and warned him to be careful because this mission was very dangerous. On the other hand, Emperor Meng Shu, who presided over the Southern Pagoda's territory, had just returned to his kingdom after making a short trip to another realm. After returning to the kingdom, he immediately went to see the empress he loved, named Queen Flur. They had heard the news about a copper map that a governor at the border had managed to find. Even Queen Flur knew about Emperor Chai Sheng, who had sent General Zhao Chang to go see the governor. However, she assured Emperor Meng Shu that she would definitely attack whoever had the copper map and snatch the map from that person's hands. The next day, Prince Rui secretly came to Ghost Valley to meet Golden Mask and ask for help to do something. His goal in meeting the Golden Mask was to ask for help so that the Golden Mask army could seize the copper map from the hands of the border governor and kill General Zhao Chang. After the meeting, Golden Mask went to meet Master Gui Cho to discuss the copper map. He volunteered to seize the copper map alone, but the Golden Mask said he would send another assassin for the mission. Soon after, Golden Mask asked Master Gui Cho to keep an eye on Jun Yuan so as not to get involved in this matter because the copper map had resulted in his family being killed. On the following night, when the music festival was being held, Jun Yuan went to meet Master Gui Cho in the middle of the city and said that he already knew about the appearance of the copper map. Jun Yuan asked for permission to allow him to take the copper map because he wanted to investigate who the people who had killed his family were. Unfortunately, Master Gui Cho refused his request because the Golden Mask had sent another assassin named Ghost of Mountain to carry out the mission. The next morning, when Jun Yuan was walking around the city market, he heard a very melodious sound of music coming from a tent. When he checked into the tent, he saw a beautiful girl named Qin Sheng who was playing a musical instrument called the pipe. Just as Jun Yuan was about to leave the tent, she called him and asked when the blizzard would end. However, his attention was briefly distracted when he heard the noise of the crowd coming from the dragon dance music, and when he turned around, he found that she had simply disappeared. The next day, Jun Yuan secretly came to the border to witness the meeting between General Zhao Chang and the border governor Guzi Ge, who was about to negotiate. General Zhao Chang offered Guzi 100 gold bars in exchange for the treasure copper map. But the offer was immediately rejected by Guzi because he knew that at this time, many parties wanted to get the map and were willing to make a much bigger offer. Not long after, the performance of the dragon dance attraction began and was displayed in front of the two of them as a welcoming ceremony. However, several dancers suddenly charged toward Guzi and Zhao Chang in the middle of the dragon show. As it turned out, all the dancers from the dragon show were assassin squads from Ghost of Mountain who were in disguise and on their mission to seize the copper map. The battle between the assassins and Guzi's troops was so fierce that it created great chaos in the governor's palace. Jun Yuan then decided to join the war and fought Zhao Chang so that the rest of the assassin squad could use the opportunity to take the copper map. Just as he was on the verge of defeating Zhao Chang, he was suddenly attacked by a group of people dubbed the Four Knights of the Western region. Junyuan was forced to flee from the four assassins after he managed to retrieve a mysterious black bead from Zhao Chang's robe. That night, Guzi felt very relieved that he could still defend the copper map well, even after the attack by the assassins. Then, he entertained himself by inviting a prostitute into his room for fun. But without him knowing, the woman is an assassin in disguise and is assigned to kill him. After the woman killed him with a poisoned needle, she took the copper map. Not long after, Junyuan suddenly appeared in Guzi's room and said he knew about the woman's true identity. Hearing his words, the woman began to take off her mask and showed her real face, which turned out to be Qin Sheng. Junyuan then asked her to hand over the copper map, remembering that they both came from the same valley. Shortly after he received the copper map, they suddenly heard a sound of chaos coming from outside the room, and it turned out to be a male assistant named White Judge, who had managed to kill all the palace guards. The White Judge, also from the Valley of Ghosts, warned Junyuan to hand over the copper map and return to the Valley of Ghosts with him. But Junyuan refused to hand over the map and chose to flee with Qin Sheng. Shortly after they left, several royal troops suddenly appeared and intended to arrest the White Judge because they thought that he had killed the governor. On the way, Junyuan met Master Guichou, who had been assigned by the Golden Mask to capture him. Afterward, Master Guichou informed Junyuan that the Ghost Valley troops currently considered him a traitor for breaking the rules and causing several assassin troops to be killed in the previous raid. Even though Master Guichou had been ordered by the Golden Mask to kill Junyuan, he preferred to let Junyuan survive. He would only attack Junyuan with a few attacks and let Junyuan attack him so that the Golden Mask wouldn't suspect him. He then ordered Junyuan to immediately flee before the Golden Mask found out where he was. In the evening, when Junyuan and Qin Sheng were resting in a tavern, he opened the box of orders that Qin Sheng had received from Ghost Valley. In the box, it was written that she was tasked with snatching the copper map from Governor Guzi and bringing the map to the Pavilion of the Eight Gods. On that occasion, Qin Sheng asked about the cause of the disappearance of one of Junyuan's arms, and he said that his girlfriend accidentally cut his arm because of someone's influence. He realized that his girlfriend did not intend to do that after she told him the truth before her death. The next day before Junyuan and Qin Sheng parted ways, she gave him some food in the hope that they would meet again. Although the meeting between them was very brief, it seemed that Qin Sheng had fallen in love with Junyuan since their first meeting. In the afternoon, Junyuan went to the Pavilion of the Eight Immortals, as written in Qin Sheng's command box. After seeing Prince Rui, who was waiting there, Junyuan immediately approached him and told Prince Rui that he was the messenger of the Ghost Valley sent by the Golden Mask. It turned out that Prince Rui initially still didn't believe Junyuan's words and thought he knew all the plans of the Master Assassins. Hearing that, he denied that and said that currently, two parties desperately wanted the copper map, Emperor Chai Sheng and Zhao Chang of East Mulberry, as well as Emperor Meng Shu and Queen Flur of Southern Pagoda. But even though the two regions competed with each other for the copper map, Junyuan realized that the one who wanted to kill Zhao Chang so badly was Prince Rui. During this time, Emperor Chai Sheng had never considered Prince Rui's existence and trusted Zhao Chang more as his accomplice, so Prince Rui, who was tired of it, intended to get rid of Zhao Chang. Before Junyuan handed the copper map over to Prince Rui, Junyuan asked him to tell him about the person who had sent 4 knights of the western region to kill him. However, Prince Rui refused to share the information, so he kept the copper map. At that moment, Prince Rui threatened Junyuan by showing Qin Sheng, whom they had managed to kidnap. He forced Junyuan to hand over the map, or he would kill Qin Sheng as a consequence. Just as he was about to slash Qin Sheng's face, a mysterious assassin suddenly appeared and killed the entire royal army, including Prince Rui himself. The mysterious assassin who had killed Prince Rui's army was a man from the Valley of Ghosts named Black Judge. Soon after, he gave Junyuan a choice to go with him back to the Valley of Ghosts or fight each other until they died. During the conversation, Qin Sheng noticed that the atmosphere in the center of the city had suddenly become quiet without a trace, so she checked out the window. It turned out that all the residents had left the city because Queen Flur and her thousands of soldiers intended to surround Junyuan in the city and seize the copper map from him. Seeing this condition, Black Judge and Junyuan decided to work together against the Southern Pagoda Royal Army so that they could escape from that place. When some royal troops entered the pavilion, Black Judge immediately slaughtered them with great ease. But not long after, the royal archer squad shot hundreds of arrows toward the pavilion, forcing Junyuan and the others to hide. At that moment, he pleaded with Black Judge to release him and asked Black Judge to flee first. After Black Judge left, Queen Flur's troops again attacked and forcibly knocked down the pavilion building. At that time, Junyuan asked Qin Sheng to escape the place while he fought against Queen Flur's army to distract them. But unfortunately, when she was about to escape, Queen Flur's troops had already captured her, so Junyuan was forced to surrender himself to them. At the same time, Zhao Chang was writing several messages to his wife on a piece of paper which he kept in a black bead, before finally handing the bead to a monk. After that, he went to see Emperor Chai Sheng, who discovered that Prince Rui had betrayed and planned to kill him. Emperor Chai Sheng then showed him a secret room under the royal palace. In the secret room, Emperor Chai Sheng copied all the documents from the letters of all the royal officials so that he could find out who the people who had betrayed him were. From these letters, he knew about Prince Rui's plan to ask the assassin squad in the Valley of Ghosts to help kill Zhao Chang. Then, he threatened Zhao Chang to immediately get the copper map back, or he would kill all of Zhao Chang's family members. Meanwhile, Junyuan and Qin Sheng, who had previously been captured by the royal army, were brought into Queen Flur's palace. When she saw Qin Sheng's face, Queen Flur felt she was looking at herself in the past. However, Qin Sheng immediately denied this and said they had nothing in common. For no apparent reason, Queen Flur looked at Qin Sheng guiltily as she put the bracelet on Qin Sheng's hand. After that, Queen Flur said she was planning to take revenge on someone who was the mastermind behind the chaos in the country. Furthermore, Queen Flur explained that she was actually the first to find the treasure copper map. But she deliberately left the copper map with Governor Guzi so that she had the opportunity to meet Emperor Chai Sheng at the Snow Pavilion. That night, Queen Flur ordered Junyuan to kill Emperor Chai Sheng at a meeting to be held tomorrow night, and then she would tell the truth about the massacre of the Junyuan clan in return. The following night, the meeting between the leader of the East Mulberry, represented by Emperor Chai Sheng and General Zhao Chang, and the leader of the Southern Pagoda, represented by Emperor Meng Shu and Queen Flur, finally took place. They planned to form an alliance and work together to find the treasures of the copper map they had managed to obtain. At first, the meeting went quite smoothly, with both parties have agreed to cooperate and not betray each other. But midway through the event, when Queen Flur was playing welcoming music, the situation suddenly became tense as Junyuan prevented Zhao Chang from giving Emperor Meng Shu a drink. Moments later, chaos began as several assassins from the Valley of Ghosts attacked both sides. The fierce battle between the Ghost Valley Assassin Squad against the royal troops from Mulberry East and South Pagoda was unavoidable. Junyuan and Qin Sheng also tried to use the opportunity to take the treasure copper map from Emperor Chai Sheng's hands. While the Ghost Valley Assassin Squad was busy attacking the royal army, one of the talented assassins disguised as one of the players intended to kill Emperor Meng Shu. Just as Junyuan was about to save Meng Shu and attack the assassin, he immediately stopped his attack after learning that the assassin was Master Gui Chou. At the same time, Zhao Chang ran up to Emperor Meng Shu and directly stabbed a sharp knife into his chest until he died. After witnessing the incident, Junyuan and Qin Sheng began to suspect that Zhao Chang and Queen Flur were hiding something. That night, Qin Sheng deliberately disguised herself as Queen Flur and entered Zhao Chang's room to find out the secret behind their relationship. After the fake Queen Flur entered her room, Zhao Chang immediately hugged her and expressed her great longing for her. They turned out to be a husband and wife who had decided to separate and become royal officials in different places to carry out their revenge plan. Besides that, another big secret finally revealed that the treasure copper map that had been sought by many parties was part of Queen Flur's plan. Soon after, Queen Flur ordered Zhao Chang to ask the Junyuan clan to make a copper map out of a treasure that never existed. Until that moment, it was still unclear why they did all that. But one thing is certain, Junyuan finally found out that the people who caused his clan to die were the two of them. When he was on the roof and about to leave Zhao Chang's place, he briefly mentioned the daughter they had been hiding. After learning about the truth, Junyuan went to see Emperor Chai Sheng to tell him about Zhao Chang's true secret. But before he could tell Emperor Chai Sheng, Zhao Chang had already appeared and threatened him with a bow. Pointing a bow at him, Zhao Chang drew near to Emperor Chai Sheng and directly stabbed him in the chest with a pen. Before Chai Sheng died, Zhao Chang told him that he already knew about his secret room, and even he had written down all the copies that Chai Sheng would read. So all this time, he didn't know anything about Zhao Chang's secret. At that moment, Junyuan realized that the one who had sent the Ghost Valley Assassin Squad to the previous meeting was Zhao Chang. Then, he remembered Master Gui Chou's message saying that there was someone who wanted to divide the Assassin Squad in the Valley of Ghosts. Therefore, Master Guichou asked Junyuan to meet him at the Red Chamber Theater in the evening to discuss something very important. That night, when Master Guichou arrived at the Red Chamber Theater, he had to face off against 4 Western knights who were intent on killing him. Unfortunately, he couldn't cope with the attacks of the 4 assassin knights and was seriously injured. Not long after that, the Golden Mask came to the Master, and at that moment, Master Guichou finally realized that the person who wanted to kill him and the other assassin members was the Golden Mask. When he saw the black bead on the necklace of the Gold Mask, Master Guichou deliberately allowed the Golden Mask to kill him directly so that Master Guichou could take the black bead secretly. Shortly after, Junyuan arrived inside the theater and witnessed the dying Master Guichou lying on the ground. Before he died, he gave Junyuan the black bead he had taken from the Golden Mask necklace and asked him to investigate the black bead. Upon seeing the death of the master who had raised him all this time, Junyuan was furious and determined to kill the Golden Mask. He recalled the Golden Mask's words when Junyuan first joined the Ghost Valley. At that time, the Golden Mask stated that, in fact, he had never fought using weapons but used a grand strategy that could change the country's order. On the other hand, Queen Flur had now officially been appointed as the main leader in the royal alliance of South Pagoda and East Mulberry after the death of Emperor Mengshu and Emperor Chai Sheng. After successfully uniting and controlling the 2 kingdoms, now there is only one step left for Zhao Chang to be appointed as the successor to inherit the king's throne. The next day, just as the Crown Prince was about to hand over Commander Seal to Zhao Chang as a sign that he had been officially appointed as the new king, chaos suddenly broke out outside the palace. The chaos turned out to be from Junyuan, who had led an entire army of assassins to attack the royal army and kill Zhao Chang. Seeing this incident, Zhao Chang ordered his troops to attack the enemies while he tried to kill the Crown Prince. The scene then switches to the past, where Junyuan tells the entire army that the Golden Mask, who has been their leader, is actually Zhao Chang. After seeing the letter's contents in the black bead given by Master Guichou, he finally found out that Zhao Chang was planning to massacre the entire army of assassins of Ghost Valley after he officially became king of the Alliance of 2 Kingdoms. Knowing this, the entire assassin squad in the Valley of Ghosts decided to put up a fight and attack the royal army under Zhao Chang. Turning to the present, the battle between the assassin troops against the royal troops finally happened and was very fierce. On the other hand, Queen Fleur went to meet Zhao Chang and asked him to go run away with her. She realized that, at this time, their plans to take control of the South Pagoda Kingdom and the East Mulberry Kingdom had failed and would only end in vain. But he chose to keep fighting for power from the kingdom and refused to go with her. Hearing that Zhao Chang had broken his promise, Queen Fleur decided to kill her own life with a knife. Shortly after she died, Junyuan came over to Zhao Chang, who was crying over the departure of his beloved wife. Junyuan then revealed that he already knew about the true identities of Zhao Chang and Queen Fleur. Zhao Chang served as prime minister in the East Mulberry Kingdom and was the leader of the assassin squad in the Ghost Valley at the same time, while Queen Fleur was the Fire Queen in the Ghost Valley army who had disappeared a few years ago before deciding to approach the emperor of the South Pagoda Kingdom. Junyuan said that he knew Zhao Chang's plan to pit the South Pagoda Kingdom and the East Mulberry Kingdom against each other by asking Junyuan clan to create a treasure map that never existed. After that, Zhao Chang, as Golden Mask, accused Junyuan of being a copper map thief and troop traitor so that all assassins in Ghost Valley would hunt him. At that moment, Zhao Chang and Queen Fleur used the treasure map as bait for the 2 emperors of the 2 kingdoms to meet in one place. Zhao Chang then killed the 2 emperors at the meeting so that he could rule the 2 kingdoms and unite their kingdoms as one great empire. After taking control of the kingdom, he planned to kill the entire assassin squad in the Valley of Ghosts to cover his traces of betrayal from everyone. After explaining the truth, Junyuan immediately attacked Zhao Chang, and the battle between the 2 great assassins began. After quite a fierce battle, Junyuan used the copper map in his hand to blind Zhao Chang's eyes and cut the iron chains that held his body. Soon after, Zhao Chang died, after he was thrown hard and hit by an iron spear that plunged straight into his chest. After all the fierce battles, the assassin squad finally defeated the royal army. The next day, Junyuan took Qin Sheng to the Valley of Ghosts and informed her of his plans to turn the place into a place of peace. In a large temple in the Valley of Ghosts, he told Qin Sheng that she was the daughter of Queen Fleur and Zhao Chang, who had been entrusted to a maid. After all that had happened, Junyuan and Qinsheng decided to rebuild the Valley of Ghosts into a place of peace and freedom from hatred. This is the end of the film. So, what did you think of the movie? Leave it in the comments below, and if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe for more movie recaps. See you in the next video.